XRP has one of the most fervent fan bases in crypto. It also has the most passionate haters. While those who support it believe that the price per coin could be heading towards $589 each, those who bash XRP and Ripple believe the coin is going to zero. Whether you are an XRP hater or an XRP lover, you're definitely going to want to watch this video as we discuss some huge breaking developments that have occurred in the last week. Could this be the end of XRP? Even the company admits it is possible. So watch the video and decide. Let's get it. Hello and welcome to BitBoy Crypto, your one-stop shop for all things related to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I make videos on this channel almost every day. If you like what you hear or see, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell to turn on notifications. If you would like to take the conversation further, then please make sure to join my Telegram group, the Bit Squad. We would love to see you there. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the ongoing lawsuit against Ripple. This week, there have been several developments that have been absolutely huge and have giant implications on XRP holders, Ripple Labs, and on the entire cryptocurrency space. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what I believe is going to happen and whether or not XRP is still a good investment. Ripple has made a statement about the ongoing lawsuit against them that I honestly had to read a few times to believe what I was seeing. Basically, Ripple admitted that this lawsuit could in fact be the end of XRP. But before we get to what they said, let's break down the facts surrounding the lawsuit. In January of 2018, at the peak of the altcoin bull run, Bradley Sostack took some of his Bitcoin gains and bought XRP. At the time, the amount of XRP he bought was worth $300,000. 2 weeks later, he sold his XRP and lost $118K. This man has the weakest hands in history. And I'm sure that this guy has a dead fish handshake. This poor guy's investment went down about 40%. Wah, wah. This man knows nothing about what it's like to see your bags 98% underwater. And when you thank God for the 10% pumps because they get you back to only 93% down. So instead of crying on Twitter like the rest of us do, this douche decides he's going to go get a lawyer and go after Ripple for selling XRP as an unregistered security. Let me tell you, there's nothing worse than the I'm going to call my lawyer guy. He really just needs to be punched in the face, but don't tell him that, or he'll call his lawyer. So XRP is attempting a twofold strategy to win the case. On one hand, they are trying to get the judge in the case to dismiss the lawsuit based on the fact XRP is not a security. On the other hand, they're arguing that even if the judge does decide XRP is a security, then the statute of limitations of 3 years has already ran out, since XRP started selling their coins in 2013 once it had market value. Of course, Sostack's lawyers are pushing back on that too, saying that since Ripple is still selling XRP, that the statute of limitations is not valid. Now, how big of a deal is this lawsuit? Ripple believes that if they get the worst case scenario judgment from the court, it could destroy the entire market of XRP. And don't tell me that worst case scenarios don't happen. They do. I went to a Super Bowl where my team was up 28-3 in the third quarter and we lost the game. The point is that this is in the realm of possibility. Let's take a look at exactly what the Ripple attorneys argued in a motion filed to the court. Were Sostack allowed to belatedly challenge the classification of XRP, it would not only threaten to eliminate XRP's utility as a currency, but it would upend and threaten to destroy the established XRP market more broadly. A market involving over $500 billion in trading over the last 2 years, potentially wiping out the value held by the alleged thousands of individual XRP holders around the world, many of whom no doubt disagree with Sostack's claim that XRP is a security. So Ripple believes that if the judge does not dismiss the case and considers XRP to be a security, this could wipe out XRP's utility completely, meaning that thousands of XRP holders out there could lose their entire investment. Does that concern you if you are an XRP holder? If so, drop your comments below. Now, let's for a second assume that the judge does not dismiss the case and XRP is ultimately determined to be a security. Now, this one judge does not have the power to classify any cryptocurrency officially. However, the ripple effect could be huge. You guys like that? Pun intended. At any rate, that kind of ruling could set a precedent that any XRP investor could point to in further lawsuits. I mean, think about it. If you invested in XRP like most people did when it was well over $1, you've lost a minimum of 75% of your investment as of today, most likely much more. While many people do believe in the long-term investment prospects of XRP, including myself, many people could see this as a slam dunk to get their money back via a lawsuit. Then, instead of putting out one giant fire like Ripple is having to do right now with this lawsuit, they would be forced to put out hundreds or even thousands of smaller fires. And one would have to wonder if the company would have to change their game plan entirely. Both CEO Brad Garlinghouse and CTO David Schwartz have made comments on this lawsuit. Garlinghouse said of the case, "My view of this is it's pretty outrageous. Here's somebody who held XRP for, I think, 2 weeks' time and is making some claims. Whether or not XRP is a security is not going to be dictated by one lawsuit. Obviously, the SEC of the United States is the governor of that. And I think it's very clear that XRP is not a security." And he goes to list why. "It exists independently of Ripple the company. If Ripple the company shut down tomorrow, the XRP ecosystem would continue to exist. It's independent open source technology. From an ownership point of view, owning XRP doesn't give you any ownership of Ripple equity. And ultimately, XRP has a lot of utility. So to me, it's quite different than what a security looks like." Meanwhile, CTO David Schwartz, who either has the worst haircut or the best haircut in all of crypto and maybe of the world, was quoted as saying Ripple lawyers have some very strong words for Bradley Sostack and his legal team. I'm sure they're shaking in their high heels. One other interesting argument that Ripple is making is that this lawsuit has drastically already affected the price of XRP. In fact, since the lawsuit began, XRP is down 28%. Ripple is arguing that their investors are not happy and that the lawsuit is the cause. So where do I personally believe this is heading? I believe ultimately the chances are much greater that this case does get dismissed and XRP will not be classified by this judge as a security. And let me tell you, the SEC does not want to classify any major cryptocurrency project as a security. The domino effect that would have would be absolutely insane. If XRP is a security, then we will probably see lawsuits against every major crypto project. And I don't think that's a battle the government is in any position right now to wage. However, we have seen them fight back against emerging projects like the Telegram ICO and Facebook's proposed Libra coin. And honestly, I think that is the precedent. So while it is certainly possible that this lawsuit could be the linchpin that ultimately leads to Ripple's demise, it is also very unlikely. XRP will remain a viable coin with Ripple's backing. I continue to say that XRP is a great investment and its potential to reach $10 in the next bull run is not only possible, but I would go so far as to say likely. Is $589 possible per coin? Probably not, but a 40x never hurt anyone's portfolio. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for daily crypto content. Please drop any comments you have about XRP down below. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.